Hello, it's Benny here with the top 5 cards from my Estrid the Masked Commander deck. You can find the full write-up over at starcitygames.com, and I've got a link to it in the comments below. If you're not familiar with Estrid, she's a planeswalker you can use as your commander, and she's got a heavy focus on auras specifically, and enchantments in general. Let's take a quick look. Her first ability encourages us to play a lot of auras. Her second ability actually creates an aura that protects enchanted permanent with totem armor, and the ultimate returns enchantments in the graveyard to the battlefield, potentially adding to the mix with the top 7 cards from your library. The 3 abilities work really well together. The Bant colors cover nearly all the cards you'd want, and the mana cost is very reasonable, and they all make Estrid a fantastic choice for an Aura-centric deck. Okay, so number 5 is Kiora's Follower. What I like here is the flexibility. Estrid's first ability untaps all enchanted permanents, so putting an aura on Kiora's Follower leaves you options on what you're going to want to untap and when you're going to want to untap it. Alright, let's look at number 4, which is Oath of Tephra. The Enters the Battlefield ability will let you blink an aura so that you can move it to a different permanent, or blink an enchantment so you can get an Enters the Battlefield trigger. You can even use it to untap a land you have to have available after your turn is over, but it's the next part of the text box that's so potent, giving you extra activations from your planeswalker. Alright, next up, number 3. Sphere of Safety. The more enchantments you control, the more costly it is for creatures to attack you, or planeswalkers you control. In an Estrid deck, you're usually going to have a lot of enchantments, right? Alright, so number 2 is Bruna, Light of Alabaster. Wizards included this powerhouse card in the precon, and Bruna is worth her weight in gold. Putting an actual card with totem armor on Bruna makes her very tough to deal with permanently outside of exile effects. Alright, the number 1 card in the Estrid deck is the Chain Veil. While Oath of Tephra does basically the same thing without costing you mana to activate, and doesn't have that life loss drawback, the Chain Veil is a permanent that can be enchanted with a mask token aura from Estrid. So each time you activate the +2 ability, you can untap the Chain Veil. Now, any Estrid deck worth its salt is going to have land auras that will allow lands to tap for extra mana, so it's going to be relatively easy to set things up so that you can keep activating the Chain Veil and Estrid's +2 ability over and over, likely generating a bunch of extra mana, untapping Estrid's loyalty, upping Estrid's loyalty through the roof, and finishing off with the ultimate. Now that is going to be an epic turn. To read more about my Estrid deck, please go over to starcitygames.com and read my article on it. You can find the link below. And please let me know what you think belongs in any Estrid deck.